So we studied what is matter. Matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. Now let's further delve into chemistry, and as we do that, we are going to investigate what is matter further. We are going to classify matter. We will classify it by state and by composition. In this video, we are going to talk about the classification of matter by state. There are properties of matter. Properties are characteristics that scientists use to categorize different types of matter. First, we'll look at how properties can be classified, how matter can be classified by state and the properties that emerge in that case. So, when we say state of matter, we are talking about what you already know, the three states of matter, which are the gas, the liquid, and the solid. You are aware of water, and water can be in the form of gas, in the form of water vapor, or the liquid version that fills our oceans and rivers, and ice in the Arctic and the Antarctic. So those are the three states of matter. Those are the three states of water, and you might be surprised, but all kinds of matter can have those three states. Oxygen is a gas, but it could have been a liquid as well as solid. Carbon dioxide is a gas, but it could be a liquid or a solid. You may see alcohol in a bottle, but alcohol could be a liquid and a gas as well. Those are the three states of matter. Any matter we look at, we can classify it by those three states. And what are the differences between these three states? First of all, the closeness of the particles. In the liquid and the solid, the particles are very close. There is very little difference in terms of closeness, but generally speaking, solid particles are slightly more closer than liquid. However, in the gas, the particles are widely separated. They are very, very far. That's the first property of the three. Then there is the shape. When it comes to the shape, solids have a definite shape. They have a shape, you cannot just break that shape. If you see a ruler stick, for example, it's thin and long. You cannot just shape it any way you like. You have a car, and that car has a shape. You cannot just make it longer or higher. On the other hand, liquids and gases, both of them do not have a definite shape. Instead, they take the shape of the container in which you place them. Okay, you notice that whenever you fill your water bottle with water, it will flow in and it will take the shape of that container. And lastly, volume. Solids and liquids have definite volume. What does that mean? Well, if you let's talk about a liquid. If you are drinking from a bottle, Gatorade, for example, and you drink a little, you notice that now a little less remains, and then you drink more, even less remains. Ultimately, eventually, all of it will run out. You could see that with your eyes, that the amount of liquid, amount of Gatorade was running out. That's because it has definite volume there or the space it occupies, and eventually, as none of it remains, it doesn't occupy any space. Solids are also like that. If you take a bite from a donut, you are um, less of it remains, less it will occupy less space, less volume. But gases, on the other hand, are not like that. If I take a very little amount of gas and release it in a large container, it's going to spread out to occupy all the space. Now you might say, does it mean it's creating itself? More gas is coming into creation, into form? No. As the first property here says that particles in a gas are widely separated, all that happens is that the distance even between two particles of the gas increases even further. So a gas spreads out. That's why it doesn't have a definite volume. It will use up all the space you give it. If you are in a room, in a classroom, and you are sitting in the back in a corner, you are intrinsically not afraid of running out of oxygen, believing that there might not be any oxygen in that place. You know that. But the reason is the oxygen gas spreads out and occupies all the space that you provide it. So those are the three properties of the gas, liquid, and solid as classified according to the three states of matter. In the next video, we are going to talk about the properties of matter according to composition.